Weekly Civil Service Commission, Wednesday, June 12th, 2019. Roll call of members. Commissioner Buda? Here. Commissioner Pliski?
Here.
Commissioner Palmer, we're all here. Next on the agenda is the approval of the minutes from the May 8th regular meeting, the May 13th special meeting, the May 29th special meeting, and the June 1st special meeting, if we have it all in one motion, if there's no objection.
I'll move we accept them all as written.
I'll second it.
Commissioner Buda makes the motion, Commissioner Pliski second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Old business, applicants in process. We do have actually some in polygraph. There are four or five. I don't remember how many I sent in polygraph. Four.
I think it's four.
Four, okay. Four in polygraph right now. That should have scheduled their appointments. I meant to call the company today and I forgot, so I'll have to make sure I get on that. We're going to send the remainder next week to get them going. Because again, we have no list right now, and we're going to need to have some available here. So, as far as applicants in process, any questions? Okay, we'll move on then to the probationary officer reports.
Good morning, everybody. In regards to Officer Galletti, he graduated from the Indiana Law Enforcement Academy with academic honors with a 95.5% GPA on May 17th. He started Phase 4 on the second shift with Officer Bass, and then Sergeant Ken Drake ended up riding with him on June 7th and reported to me that he successfully passed the FTO program. He's currently on second shift where he will remain there for the rest of his time, his probationary period. Officer Murray and Officer Ortega both passed their physical fitness test at the Indiana Law Enforcement Academy and on May 20th. They began their training at the Indiana Law Enforcement Academy on May 28th, and they're scheduled to graduate on September the 6th. Officer Rabor was assigned to the third shift with Officer Ray on May 5th. To complete Phase 4, Sergeant Ken Drake ended up riding with him on May 29th and reported to me that he had passed the FTO program, therefore he is riding solo on midnight shift until the remainder of his probationary period. And with that, I'll pass it over to Sergeant Migelski for the report on the 6 remaining probationary officers, unless you have any other questions.
No. You want to wait for your report or do it now?
I can do it when it's my turn. Yes,
Okay.
absolutely.
All right, no problem. Questions for what Chief had to explain to us? Test results, which I just handed out to everybody this morning. We did the analysis of how many showed up. We had 26 applications that were on file for the test. They were all committed to coming. For some reason or another, within the day of the test, 5 did not show. So we had 21 that did show. Of the 21 that showed, 10 passed the written portion of the test, and we lost 1 during the physical fitness, so we have 9 right now that we are working on building our list currently. So I gave you the stats of by city, by race, and by gender, so you knew exactly how many we have, and I would hope that Gene, you would share that with the city council, the stats, because I know they were kind of curious of how many we have applying for Michigan City and things like that. And you can see what we have. You can see that none of them passed for Michigan City. So it's important that they know this information. We try. We've done the department did a lot of recruiting during this period because it was a fast recruiting period. It was within 45 days of the test. And we were able to build a list of 20, or less than 30 days of test, and we were able to build 26 applicants on file. So we talked to the ones that didn't pass that day because they knew that day that they could reapply right away, and 3 of them have already reapplied. So we are working on the next testing. Okay, questions, anybody?
Is this typical, this kind of attrition?
50% typically.
Yeah.
We lose a lot of them on the math section, believe it or not. So,
And we even bend the rules and give them extra time in the math after it, just to go over it to make sure, because that's where we lose them all, and we still lose them. And it's a general aptitude test, so I mean, it's nothing difficult. But it's just, they don't take the time to think, and that's the problem.
But normally we get 50 to 60 to show up for the test.
Yeah.
In the past year, it's gone down considerably.
Chief, you have questions on that or anything?
no, I appreciate all the work that the commission put into the May 29th testing and preparing the statistical data therefore afterwards. I can't stress enough how important it is for us to receive applications from Michigan City residents. We all too often hear that there is not employment in the city of Michigan City. There is. There are some exceptional careers that are out there, but we are finding more and more that people are not wanting to enter into the law enforcement profession. My 27 years experience, I can kind of agree and see that because of the media, what the media has done to law enforcement as a profession. But again, public service is a very rewarding career, and I would hope that people will begin to step up to apply to the department from this community.
Just a little feedback from a couple of the applicants that I talked with. I think it'd probably be better to go back to a Saturday afternoon instead of a weekday, just schedule-wise, getting here-wise, etc. And then, of course, getting into the evening hours of maybe if we have more applicants of the darkness. So I like doing it here in the department.
Yeah.
I just feel it's probably better to go back to the Saturday.
We discussed that amongst ourselves. There's a long day for everybody. You and these guys that helped out, anybody helped out. We were there, and we work our normal jobs during the day, and then we're coming back at night, and we don't get home till 8 or 9 o'clock at night from a weekday one. So by the time we get home, we're exhausted, and I know you guys are too. And Saturday I know it takes up our Saturday, most of the Saturday, but I think we were in agreement to go back to just a Saturday for purposes of what we just discussed. And again, yes, thank you for the commissioners for the time that we put in for this, and you and the gentlemen, the probationary officers and Officer Cooney for all the extra help out there. It's nice that everybody gelled together, our guys with the new guys, to help them pass the physical fitness test. It was nice to see that, and I appreciate it. Thank you very much. We're all in it together. We're not, we're not singling anybody out. We want everybody to do it well as a group. So that's why we always ask for help. When somebody wants help, everybody should come around and help and make it pass. All right, old business, any other business? So we'll go on to new business for correspondence.
Yes, I have the same letter from Chief Swistek congratulating, probationary officer Mark Galletti on his graduation. Received the June probationary officer schedule, and another letter from Chief Swistek congratulating Officer Kenneth Aguia for achieving a Master Patrolman certification effective June 1st this year. Have a copy of the transfers effective June 14th, and claims totaling $988.50.
All right, need a motion to pay the claims totaling $988.50.
I'll also move.
I'll second it.
Motion by Commissioner Buda, second by Commissioner Kliski. Comments or questions? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item C is it's that time of the year, Chief. The past performance ratings for January 1st to June 30th should be underway. And hopefully get them done. I understand with the summer schedule, everyone's busy, but we need to make sure we keep on top of that.
I have a command staff meeting next Tuesday. We will be discussing the past performances at that meeting. My target date is for that of August 14th to have the past performances back to you. However, there may be some delay because of summer vacations and that, but I am targeting August 14th to hopefully get those back to you.
Okay, questions on that? Any other new business? If not, we'll move on to report from Chief Swistek.
Good morning. Really don't have too much today other than I know we have a couple of exciting community outreach events coming up, which I'm certain that Sergeant Yagelski will speak about. That being our youth leadership camp We'll start here in 2 weeks. We'll be hosting 40 to 50 6th, 7th, and 8th graders here in this room for a period of 1 week. And then also our annual kitty parade, which Sergeant Wigelski will touch on. The only thing I would like to touch on this morning to share with the commissioners is how impressed not only myself, the administration, and a lot of the command staff have been reporting back to me, is that it has been some time since we've had such a large group of new recruits, that being 6 of them. And I have received many positive compliments, not only from command staff, but from officers throughout the department that have engaged our recent class, all 6 of them being so complimentary of how they have gelled together as a team, how they are working together, their politeness, their eagerness to learn. So I just want to compliment all 6 of them, since they are present with us today, to congratulate them on their first month of training. This week, they'll be receiving their uniforms, their badges, their guns. They'll be hitting the streets first of next week. And I look to many great results from all 6 of them until they go off to the academy this September. So a credit to them for working together as a team and learning to utilize that partnership, because that's what they're going to need to stay alive out on the streets as well. So compliments to you, gentlemen. Great job. And then any questions from the commissioners? I don't have anything else.
Anything for upcoming events, fireworks in July?
Fireworks this year will be on the actual 4th of July. They will be at dusk in Washington Park. And then the Super Powerboat races are set for the first weekend in August. And then also the only other major event that we have coming up is the annual 4th of July parade will be held on Saturday, June 29th, beginning at 11 a.m. on Franklin Street, beginning at 11th and Franklin, heading to Amesfield.
You want to discuss anything about your extra patrols or anything? No, okay. All right. Anything else for the chief?
Chief, when did you say these fellows are going to the academy?
September. They will head out to the academy September and return to us on December 27th, I believe. And once they return, they'll have approximately 2 months to finish in the field training officer program. Our goal is by sometime in March of next year, all 6 of them would be permanently assigned to a shift, issued their cars, and riding on their own next March.
Good. All right. Chief Urbanczyk?
I just wanted to echo the comments that Chief Swistek made in regards to the 6 probationary officers. I myself have heard nothing but great positive comments about what you guys are doing, so definitely keep up the great work. We expect a lot of good things from you guys. Other than that, I just wanted to congratulate Officer Aguia, not only for graduating the Indiana Law Enforcement Academy, but obviously graduating with academic honors, because that is a high achievement at the Academy. 95.5% is a very good score. And then I would also like to congratulate Officer Aguia for his accomplishment as well.
Okay. That was Officer Galletti that graduated from the academy.
Correct. But you
said
mentioned
Aguia.
Officer Aguia
But
as
you
well.
mentioned Aguia at the academy.
I'm sorry, Officer Galletti for
Yeah.
graduating the Academy. And then
We know what you're saying.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Division of Professional Standards.
Yes, thank you. I'd like to report that all 6 of the new officers have successfully, as of this morning, passed the pre-basic testing to get into the police academy. It's been a grueling several weeks here of testing and studying and learning, and they're all have done exceptionally well. They got their uniforms this morning, got them all on, so they're excited to hit the streets. They will be going to a special assignment Friday, within our Eastport neighborhood in Michigan City to aggressively do some community policing with other officers that are assigned to them. So it's going to be a new initiative that the chief came up with, and I guess it's going to be a positive thing for Friday. They will then be off on Saturday and Sunday, and then Monday morning, afternoon and midnights, we'll all be getting 2 officers each. And they'll start Monday, and they'll all start their FTO program at that time. So very proud of them successfully completing this. They'll be getting their guns and badges today. And it's just like dressing them all for school today. Ready to go. Again, as the chief echoed earlier, that we are having a kitty parade on the 22nd. That'll be Saturday. It's our 5th annual, and it's a very widely accepted parade for the kids. And we really enjoy doing that from 7th Street to 4th Street, so we invite everyone to come. We appreciate everybody's attendance in that, and there's lots of prizes, ice cream, candy, all kinds of stuff for all the participants, including the people that come to the parade. So we're excited about that.
This year's theme is?
Again, we're going to have the Youth Leadership Academy here coming up in 2 weeks, and that's going to be, again, they're over 40 plus, so I just closer to 45 children this year, which is a great thing that Officer Corley is involved with and leading up. So we're very proud of that camp that's successful. I think this is the 6th year for them.
I believe so.
This is year. So again, there's another thing that 6th, 7th, and 8th graders in Michigan City should actively want to participate in. Everything is free, including lunch. So it's something that we're very proud of. Other than that, excited to get these guys moving.
So what was the theme of this year's kitty parade?
Candyland. Candyland is the theme, and we're going to candy them all up and send them all home with their parents.
If we could go back to Chief Urbancic for a moment, I'd like him to speak about the basketball tournament that the 6 recruits participated in this past weekend as well.
Yeah, sorry, I forgot to mention that this past Saturday we had an event that was hosted by Chip Coppin, the Director of Juvenile Services in LaPorte County. And what it was called Cops vs. Ballers. There were several juveniles within LaPorte County that ended up playing basketball, actually a couple basketball games against the Michigan City police officers. And it went very well. It was very well received. After that event, there was food that was catered in for everybody that participated in the event. And again, it went very well. And the probationary officers ended up assisting with that as well. So it was a very well turnout and maybe something that we consider doing every year from here on out. So very well.
Okay, thank you. We're on to commissioner comments. This is the first year we've been getting this, Sarge, and I appreciate it. We're getting the 6 recruits give us a weekly report of what they've learned. And there's some nice things there, and I appreciate everything you guys have done. You seem to be working well together, and everyone's comments seem to be pretty much in line with each other of what they've learned, and they can't thank us enough for giving them the opportunity to do this job. And I have talked to supervisors when I'm here at night, and I will be here this weekend. And they are impressed with this group, Chief, and Mark, or Chris, at the job that you've done preparing them. So we're looking forward to some good things. It may seem to be a long time in March before you're riding alone, but it'll go by fast, trust me. But just keep up the good work. And the reports, again, you guys are right on top with those reports. And again, you're pretty much, I don't want to say you're copying each other, because I'm assuming you're not sitting next to each other when you're writing these things, but when we get them, they are enjoyable to read and to see what they're learning. So good job to you, Sarge, and your job. Because you're the only one doing it. You used to have a helper. You don't have the helper, and you have 6 people this time. Normally you only have 2. So we put a lot on your shoulders as well.
Thank you.
And then congratulations to Officer Galletti on receiving his high honors and graduating from the academy, and to Officer Aguirre for his achieving the Master Patrolman. Commissioner Pluto?
I'd just like to echo what Commissioner Palmer stated to everybody involved. And again, thank you so far for your good work. Keep it going. Thanks for your help when we did the testing a couple weeks ago, and I know you can't wait to get those uniforms on this afternoon.
I'd like to thank, or not thank, but I would thank Officer Galletti and Aguirre for what they accomplished. That's really something, and I thank you officers for what you're doing. And I want to thank Sergeant Gelski for how hard he works and helps us. And we decided you can't retire. So, you're here forever. Thank you again.
Thank you.
Attorney comments?
I'm going to join in everybody else's congratulations to all of you, especially those of you that have distinguished yourself. You've chosen a really great law enforcement department to work for, and if you model your goals and your integrity after the retired and active law enforcement in this room, you can expect a very fulfilling career, and we can expect great things of you. So looking forward to working with all of you.
Thank you. FOP, none. City Council liaison and former police chief of the police department.
Yeah, I would like to congratulate Officer Galletti for graduating with honors. what a treat, what an honor. And also, congratulations and welcome aboard to the 6 new officers. I served 34 years on the department, most fulfilling. It's a profession to be proud of. Hopefully you will learn that in the years to come. And another thing you'll find is time just flies. And even though I had 34 years on the department, they just kicked me out.
Okay, public comments? Did anybody want to make a public comment? That's there? No, probably not. If not, our next meeting is scheduled for July the 10th, Wednesday at 11 o'clock in this room. Need a motion to adjourn this meeting at 11:24?
I'll move we adjourn.
I'll second.
This meeting stands adjourned. Thank you very much.